Hey guys, characters' names only unique because, well, that's the point. Yes, I'll be skipping the starter weapon. Instead I'll be punching the tutorial boss to death with my bare hands, because that's apparently how we're starting. So here's what we're doing. I'm gonna play through the entire Path of Exile 2 campaign using only unique gear. No rares, no magic items, and, of course, not that wooden club in front of us. It's time for one of the biggest hurdles, playing the whole act, punching the boss to death. Takes forever, but slowly and steady he's going down. But finally, with almost no flask left, he's punched to death. And it's time to actually gear up. Time to get serious. Every piece of gear here is pre-selected and unique. I'm using Lazy Exile's Rake and Stomping ground build. It's pretty much like strength stacking, one button clearing, and obviously very little brain activity required, which is nice for me. And as mentioned in the description, we're gonna do all the acts and all the side bosses as well. So one of the big things with the whole build is that we're gonna use Rake with Stomping gun, but the problem is that we don't actually get it until level 6. So before then, it's quite slow and steady in terms of every kill that we're doing. For example, now with the Rust. It'll actually take us a couple of minutes, but we finally get him down. But after that, we're off to the mausoleum, and it's time to fight Asinia, and she's dead. Fight Draven, and he's dead. And of course, Lachlan. As you can see, the Rake build is really starting to pick up. Dies within seconds. And of course, same with the King of the Mist. Doing all of it.
Thank you.
Time for the Great Hunt. One of the more annoying bosses when you're over DPSing, because you have to follow the whole little chain to actually kill him. But the joys of being overpowered at this point using just uniques. Pick up the flutes.
I can put right one thing, at least.
Of course, dealing with Executioner.
Your luck has run out, foundling.
Rake will take you, bastard!
You bastard! Face me!
And he's dead. Which is going to be a recurring pattern in this video. Time again for one of the more optional bosses.
First ones.
What madness is this?
Nothing sacred anymore.
You can rest when you're dead. Keep digging!
thick. They're insane.
And finally, Act 1, Count Gierar. Big intro, big sword, and he has no idea what build I'm running.
The power we need. Kill him, and you shall have everything I promise.
No noose this time. I'll remove your head myself. You are nothing but a tyrant. Oriana, open the cage.
And he's dead. And that's it. Act 1, done. No item drops used, no gear changes.
The madness. It consumed my being.
You've done. You found. I think.
Together, we will rebuild.
Betrayal.
It's pretty much some sped up gameplay, showing you how powerful and I would say mindless the build is. It's right click and go. Which is gonna be very noticeable now on Udia. So obviously, she builds things, I break things, we don't get along.
Hold them back while I open the gate.
Then we meet Yamandra. She's undead, dramatic, and somehow teleports away the moment he starts losing. Relatable.
I shall dethrone you, Sekama, and leave you to the sand! I tried to seek peace. We shall finish this, but not today.
Make haste. We must not escape.
Time for the more tedious aspect of Act 2. Collecting the horn, which means total of 3 bosses. So, just follow a winning combination, just right click and go. At this point, we're starting to see that the damage is not the best compared to in the beginning, but that will be changed with some more uniques later on. That's one boss down. Time for the second.
Perhaps it is beneath the sands.
Of course, before that, we have Kabbalah, another optional boss.
Snake woman. Servant treachery.
course, couldn't help myself stopping by the most famous room in Keith.
It's a trap.
He holds a new
Time for the second boss.
I was mortal then. I was weak.
My king nears. Embrace corruption.
Pro tip,
I asked.
make sure you actually talk to her once she's dead, else you're gonna have to redo the whole thing.
This valley was not carved by the hand.
For the valley, it's just a matter of 1, 2. Doing the optional quest. And 3. Time for the third boss. Let's get the horn. And like most bosses, he's dead.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall. Time to make my escape. Thank you. I am honored.
Of course. Quest complete. Blow the horn.
I am hesitant.
The graveyard, unlike
Time for
any
the
other.
Shar. Of course, we have another optional one here. She's grabbing the ladder. Once we get up here, we have another one for the Shrine of the Sisters. Of course, top it off by Torgal.
You are relentless, but that makes you predictable. The time of the Faradin is nigh.
Get back!
Ready yourself. We must prevail, no matter what.
I will end this, or die fighting.
Before doing Jamanra, we need to update our gear a little bit after reaching level 30. And let's go.
My queen, take the beast. I don't have time for this. Stand
As you might notice,
to my will.
it's going slower and slower to both kill not only the bosses but also the mobs. Here I'm on my last flask charge.
This is not over. Not yet.
I return you to the embrace of death! It is done. The return.
So for Act 3, obviously, I changed up my gear. Sadly, I'm stupid and didn't actually record it, but it's pretty much upgraded weapon that's making all the damage difference.
Corruption infests even the trees here. Optimistic.
But once we leave the encampment, we're doing yet another optional boss, Silver Fist.
What strength?
And he's dead.
You were a magnificent creature. Go with the first. This place reeks of death.
Before continuing on with the main storyline, let's just kill Ignaduk for that spirit increase.
Stand still. Your captured souls will suffer. A disgusting weapon. Could be signal of danger. I knew it.
Of course, after that, it's time for the Chimera.
This is curious. These statues
This is
make
a
me
bond.
wary.
Time for another boss. Fire resistance. Once in the sanctum, just gotta pick up
This seems like something
the
Nova would.
first.
I should find a larger soul core for this. Is it supposed to spark?
And then the second. Before playing with yet another boss.
Giant construct. Good luck.
Actually one of the easier ones to deal with. Only thing you have to avoid is just the triangle, and yeah, that's about it. Off to the Matlan Waterways, which is annoyingly long. And after we flip the switch,
Research can begin.
it's time for the Drowned City.
Beyond how I recommend.
Behind every stone.
Now reaching Apex of Filth. There is an optional quest here for health flasks and mana flasks, but they don't actually give any resistances or passive skills, so obviously I ignore it.
I'd sooner take your head.
While I don't like finding the Queen of Filth, she's one of the more developed characters, I would say. to the Temple of Kobik.
Your flesh!
While passing through, take care of Kitsuli. A lot of flames, a lot of sunbeams, but you don't really notice. Dies quick enough.
It is mine to
There they are.
We're soon reaching my favorite part of all of Path of Exile. Which is not the boss itself.
Your rampage ends here.
Don't worry. I can solve this. This is all just a misunderstanding.
Which one of you activated the gate? Which one of you is a Val blood?
Why, that was me, of course. I am Alva the Lie.
But
treasure hunter
watching
explorer.
Alva getting punched,
Doriani, as for you, I will pay back every drop of Val blood you have spilled.
as expected. That was not dead. What was that?
on our way to the Black Chambers, we obviously have to do the Sacrificial Dagger to make sure we get the additional 2 passive skills.
There is power in brutality.
And once that's done, we're actually getting close to finishing the normal Act 3.
The intruder is here? What of Nahuatzi?
Vile cleverness no longer surprises
Fool!
me.
There is no time for this. Atziri will soon commune with the beast. Cease your assault.
Before killing Doriani, we're swapping out 2 more rings to make sure we have a bit more damage. That's, in this build, just adding a lot of strength.
So, at the eve of the end, the demon of Atzoatl has finally come for me. Enough of this! I can't give up. I must save my people.
You know why we're here. It happened. It cannot be stopped.
No, I will succeed.
Yes! Face me with your true might!
The destruction of Atzoatl will be repaid 1,000. The end of the world is nigh. Self-destruction! This.
And that's it.
Not fail me.
The full Path of Exile 2 campaign in normal mode, completed in 4 hours and 33 minutes, using only unique gear. No drops, no vendor items, no crafting, just a stash full of orange text and a questionable amount of strength. Was it optimal? Not really. Was it smooth? Oh yeah. And most importantly, I never once picked up that starter club. Thanks for watching. If you want to see this build push through cruel difficulty, or even doing something even dumber, just let me know. Let's make it happen.
Best you start talking then.